John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I'm here with you for another video. Today I've got a trade, and really awesome trade, and I have a leather project update for you. And I'm out here in the garage. It's early in the morning, so I'm trying not to talk too loud to wake my family. But I wanted to get this video in here so I could just give you an update and let you know what's going on with a couple of things. But before I get too far, I wanted to share with you what I've got in my pockets. I had a request from a viewer. Hey, we want to know what you're carrying, what you're toting, as HT would say. So let me show you what I've been toting here recently. This does rotate around a lot. So and I'm going to do a little spoiler alert on the trade because I'm actually carrying it too. But I always have my wallet. Number one, this is a Last Chance Knives wallet. He is now called the Cutting Edge. Ken is his name. Beautiful handmade wallet, and you can pick these up on his Etsy page. I'll put that link down below for you. So I don't know if he has any available, but I bet if you reached out to him, he would make those for you. So I've always got my wallet with me. Another thing I always have is my Olight. I have an Olight. Oh, what is this? This is the i3T2 EOS, and great little flashlight. I tend to carry it because I love the pocket clip. You can clip that on your hat. And then this is just a AAA flashlight, and I like the tail switch. It's got a low and a high mode. I think it goes to 180 lumens. That is plenty bright enough for me. So I always have that flashlight with me. I love it. I typically always have a pen with me. This is a small pen that was made by Walter. Well, given to me by Walter. I don't know if he made it or not. I think he did. But so I always have a pen with me, and I've been carrying this one. And then I usually have a Zippo with me as well, and I've been carrying this one that I picked up at the flea market last week. It is a 1973 Zippo Slim, and that I cleaned up. Zippo Slims are so easy to carry, so I've got that in my pocket. For the knives, I'll just show you what I was carrying yesterday. I had 3 knives on me. I don't always carry 3 knives, but I just did. The one I've been carrying, the modern I've been carrying, is the Delica 4. This is the Spyderco Delica 4. This is in VG10 steel, and it's a Seki City, Japan knife. I just bought a aftermarket clip for it, so it would ride deeper in my pocket. Still trying this out. It's a little rough coming in and out of the pocket, but I think it's gonna be very nice. It carries much better than the stock clip. So I've got that, the Delica 4. Then also on my hip, riding in a Last Chance George sheath that he made for me, is a Victorinox Huntsman. And the Huntsman has, this was given to me by Walter, and it has the main blade. It's got a spare blade, or small pin blade, the opening layer here. And then it has scissors here, if I can get them out, full-size scissors, and a saw, actually. On a daily basis, I'm not going to use a saw, but I've been here at home. Actually, took today off and been off over the weekend, so I just thought I would carry the Huntsman. I really like the Huntsman. It's one of my favorites in the Victorinox lineup, of course. Then, kind of a spoiler alert, but in this slip that I made a long time ago, it's got the old maker's mark for JO. This is my mini trapper slip, and I've been carrying this Queen USA mini trapper, which was actually the trade item. So I'll show you more about that in just a minute and who it was from. This is carbon steel. It's got half stops, and I'm just really enjoying this knife. Got that beautiful red covers on it. I love the shield there. And so that's what I've been carrying in my own black mini trapper slip. So that's what I've been carrying. Oh yeah, and the watch. I typically always have this watch on my wrist. It is a Casio. I don't remember the number, but it is a watch that my wife gave me a long time ago, and I just like it. I'm not really necessarily a watch guy, so I usually have that. The only other thing that I have on me are my keys and a white handkerchief. So those are usually in my pockets as well. So there's the carry. I think it's a good one, and it changes. But there you go. Good request. I appreciate you asking for that. So the trade, I got to get the knife back out here. You saw the knife, and it's this one, Queen USA. Now I've seen these around, and I've seen these in other videos. They are made by Bear & Son. It comes in this tin. You can see some of the paperwork there. I'm not going to get that out necessarily. And here's the knife once again. And I did this trade with Bubba's EDC. I'll have him linked in the video, of course. And there's the etching on there, and it says 1095 carbon steel down below, Queen City cut. Yeah. I think it says SIT. So anyway, and there's the Tang stamp, Queen USA. Nothing on the other side. So that's it. That was the trade. And then Bubba, Brian, he threw in this. He got a CNC machine. He cuts these out. He does whatever he does to cut these out and make these coasters. It's got some felt here on the other side, and I've seen these on their channel. He made me a buck one. I do have several buck knives. This is very nice. I have this out in the shop as my coaster out here now. So he made that. He threw that in with it. I think you've probably seen his video. I'll probably link it down below of what I traded him. And I traded him a buck 112 slim select, and I threw in a slip. So, and then his wife makes these beautiful hanks. Look at this. I was just floored by this, and it's got that's cotton, and this feels like a very soft kind of felt. It'd be wonderful for your glasses, or maybe wiping knife blades off, or whatever you might need to do. And it's got kind of this cabin outdoor theme, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the coaster, and I absolutely love the knife, Brian. This was a fantastic trade. I'll do sometime a video on my mini trappers, because I've got several different mini trappers. So there's the trade. Brian over at Bubba's EDC. You've got to go check him out. You know, there's lots of people in the community that I've met and that I interact with. Bubba, I don't know. I mean, I call him Bubba, but Brian, I just really appreciate his kindness. He's got a kind demeanor. He has good content. I enjoy his rambles from time to time. He just talks about life and his family and his struggles and challenges that he faces just in everyday life like the rest of us. So Brian, thank you for doing that, and thank you for the trade. This is not the first trade we've done. We did a trade before, and I like he put several knives up for trade this time, and that one caught my attention. So thank you for doing that, Brian. I appreciate it. The next thing I have for you is a leather project update, and this was for Big J. Jerry, he came over. He went to the flea market with me. This was over a month ago, and just over a month ago, and he brought a couple of fixed blades with him, and he wanted me to make a piggyback sheath for those knives. And I believe they're Kissing Crane knives, and he wanted me to make him a new sheath, a piggyback sheath. And yes, they're Kissing Crane, Sologen. And so let me show you this finished product, because I did get it done this week. I was able to get it done here over the weekend, and here it is. And there's the back side, and you can see it's got the smaller knife down here. We pull that out. There it is. There's the Ting stamp on it. And these are stag handles. And then this fits right down in here. And clips. There we got the larger knife. The larger knife here. There it says Hunter's Choice. And there's the knife. I'm sure he'll show more about the knives and talk more about the knives when he shows this, or if he does, I'm sure he will. And so I got this done. This is my first piggyback sheath. I've seen these. I've never made one before. Let me talk about it a little bit. So this little guy right here was a pain. It really gave me a run for my money. I had to redo this strap. I actually had another strap made for this and had it sewed on, and then I messed up the snap. So I had to take it off of there and make a new one and sew it back on. And then I put the knife in here and it was too loose. My welt, this actually has a welt in it, a very small welt. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I had to make a new welt. It wasn't big enough. The knife was not fitting tight enough. I also put a rivet in there to make that just a little tighter. So I put rivets at the top and the bottom here. And then the big thing was, how was I going to sew this on, stitch this onto the main sheath and get it lined up right? That was tricky. I decided to stitch this first on its own and put 2 stitches down here in the rivet. And then I poked the holes in the small sheath first, and then used an awl. I laid it on top of here and used an awl to mark where the holes go in this sheath. And then I drilled these separately and then lined them up and stitched it on there. Then I did a lot of sanding to try to get this smoothed out. I didn't quite get everything perfectly down here, but I think I got it pretty well lined up. You can see on the back here, this is not quite as smooth an angle or as straight as I normally would have it. And that's because these holes were made separately on this top sheath. So a little bit tricky on the construction, but I figured it out. I did not glue this onto this when I went to stitch it. I just figured that would be too messy, and the stitching is going to hold it on there just fine. There's no need to do that necessarily in that situation. But this is very solid. As you can see, both knives retain into the sheaths very nicely. So that's a good sign. And I just think the color just goes perfectly with the stag. And the brass goes very nicely with the guards on this. So I'm actually very pleased with this project. And I hope Jerry will enjoy it for years to come. Thank you, Jerry, for asking me to do this for you. Just my pleasure. So I just really enjoyed this challenge. So there's the leather project. Of course, we have the trade. And let me get that trade back out here for you. Got the queen knife. We've got the beautiful gifts from Brian and his wife, who make these items that are so awesome. Go check him out. He's got a great channel, just a great individual. Jerry is just an awesome friend. Appreciate his friendship and him asking me to do the sheath. Appreciate him coming over and doing some knife hunting with me occasionally as well. Just great friends in the community, and appreciate the interactions here. And I thank you all for watching.